What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience podcast. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for keep supporting your community, your Capoeira community, especially your local community, and especially your school, all your teachers that are doing all this work to keep you busy, to keep you moving, and to keep learning this awesome art that we all love and be doing for a long time or even short time. And then uh, for today, so I have a very special guest. It's a huge honor for me to have people that have uh, good amount of energy invested in capoeira and try to build something from scratch to offer this to our capoeira, to our people, right, to our local people, and bring people to capoeira, especially starting from kids. And it's awesome to see how capoeira can impact other people, and I love to see those experiences and bring that experience here to you. Those, and again, as you know, and you listen before to the podcast, I don't really care about groups. I don't care about how you look like, where you're from. As long as you do capoeira, you love capoeira, and you love people, this is going to be part of what we do, and that's why we do capoeira. And then, so yeah, a little bit interruption here, but please let me introduce you to Mestre Rony. How you doing, Mestre?
How are you doing? It's a pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me. That's great.
Thank you for being part of the of wanting to be on the podcast. It's a huge honor to have you here, and
Yeah, absolutely.
super nice to get to know you.
That's great. I met your students when they came here for the Batizado. They're great people, man. You guys have like a really kind of like a nice connection over there. They're all like, they seem like family. That was really nice.
Yeah, is we, because we, since we're a very small group for now, and we are been getting together for the last probably 2 years now. It's really cool to get to have that influence
You're
in people.
you're doing a great thing with the podcast,
Thank you so
like it's
much.
really nice. I really appreciate, like, if I had more time, like, I would like to do something like that, but I know that how much time consuming it must be, fighting people and getting
100%.
different people and stuff like that. It's great. It's great for capoeira. The
Yeah.
more people know about capoeira, for me, is the best.
Yes. Yes. And that's the goal. That's the goal with the podcast. To bring people to get to know a little bit more about capoeira.
Sorry. Yeah, that was my main thing here. When I came here to the US, I wasn't really thinking about like teaching capoeira.
Huh.
I was more interested in learning English. So like 30 years later, I'm still trying to learn English.
Same. Yeah.
Oh, I'll get there one day.
Yeah.
but,
Same.
but when I start, and then immediately, like somebody asked me like to start giving classes, I start giving classes and never stopped, And then I found my wife, and then I'm here, and I never came back, and
Yeah.
then that's 29 years later, like we're still married and still like working and loving capoeira.
That's awesome.
Because it was when I came here, the only people that I knew, it was in 1992, right?
Okay.
The only people that I knew that did capoeira, it was Mestre over there in San Francisco.
Yeah. Wow.
Marcelo Caveirinha,
Yeah.
he was over there as well. There was a bunch of people that were here. They came from the shows, right? The shows that they had Oba Oba. I think the big one, it was Oba Oba. It was about like 30 people, amazing capoeiristas, amazing performers, and they end up staying, right? And they says, yeah, I don't want to go back to Brazil, and they stayed a whole
Yeah.
bunch of them stayed here, like Mestre Urubu. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on. It's like a bunch of people,
That's awesome.
and there was, and then I met Messi Main, that he
Oh yeah.
just made a movie that kind of changed capoeira. Like at the time, my gosh, that was only
Yes.
song in English, right? And Sport Sangrento in Portuguese.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that was great because I met him immediately. We brought him to give a course for us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Man, let me drink some water here. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. It's really cool that Mestre man is he has been a huge inspiration for a lot of people to get into capoeira.
Oh, for me
Amazing, amazing.
included.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy. I just met him like we were in a batizado with Messi Betinho in Miami.
Oh,
Miami, no,
cool.
it's Boynton Beach. It's
Okay.
close to Miami. It's East
Okay.
Coast, and just seeing him, he has such a an aura about him. Oh, so it was fantastic. Really.
I haven't get the pleasure to meet him yet, but I'm so excited to get to meet him.
Oh, please, man! If you have a chance to get him in your podcast, I can even contact him for you.
Oh, that would be great.
Man,
Yes.
he is a super smart master,
Yes.
incredibly, and he is really
Yes.
insightful. And I just love to sit down and just talk to him. He's an incredible guy. But then, anyways, we had like a nice group going over there, like in California.
Yeah.
But then there was I don't know. My wife wanted to come to the East Coast to be close to her family.
Okay.
She's originally from Tampa,
Oh,
right?
cool.
So we just got our stuff, in 96, I believe. I don't believe. I think it's 96.
Okay.
That we came all the way. Like we grabbed our stuff, put it in a U-Haul truck, and went all the way across country. Yeah, and then in California, people were really open minded and they really loved capoeira there. When we came here, hello, you still there?
No, yeah, I still can hear you.
Okay, and when we came here, people couldn't pronounce the word capoeira, right?
Yeah.
They would say capo what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they couldn't even say it.
Yeah.
And then our group really small. It was basically like family members, my kids and my wife and my brother-in-law, which was great. We're it's just capoeira, right? So you do because it's fun.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really kind of into having like a school. It was too much trouble. So I would go to places to teach, that was much easier. And then in 2000, we decided, I don't know, I got the itch, of having an academy.
Yeah.
And that's when we started, or 98 actually. And then we started with small academies and stuff like that, and kept on growing. But what really changed for us, it was when our daughters, they created Capo Kids.
Oh,
Capo
cool.
Kids. Yeah, we have the trademark of the Capo Kids name here in US, right?
Oh, that's
We
awesome.
don't have all over the world, but it doesn't matter. People can use it. I don't care the word, but this totally changed it for us because what happened is that it was capoeira just especially for kids.
Okay.
Then from there, in the 2000 and something, my wife decided to try the after school program, right? Which we got one school bus, old school bus, man, that was awesome. And we would pick up the kids from the school, and we started with 4 kids.
Huh.
4 kids. And 21 years later, like I was telling you, before we started recording,
Yeah.
we just had our batizada right now. We
That's
had
amazing,
170 kids.
That's insane. Yeah.
It was insane. I can't even believe it. We have 3 schools, right?
Yeah.
And before the pandemic, we had whatchamacallit. We used to do all the batizada in one place.
Okay.
But it was insane because it was already 120 kids. So you think like that. So it's 240 parents.
Yeah.
In one place. It was insane, and nobody would see anything. It was pandemonium. It was crazy. Tons of rodas, and nobody would see anything. It was great.
That's
and
crazy.
now we decided to do 7 different batizados, right?
7?
Because,
wow.
Oh yeah, we have in 1 week we do 7 different batizados, which is much better.
Yeah.
I know it sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But because the way our program works right now is like this. We have 3 schools,
Okay.
and we have adult programs, right?
Yeah.
And we have the after school program that is really kind of solid in town here. Everybody knows us, it's like, it's really kind of like part of anybody knows who we are, right?
Yeah.
Because of the, and then I decided in 2010, I believe, to create a preschool, and is the first capoeira preschool in the world, as far as I know, and the only. I don't think that there is another one. I could be wrong. Hopefully, like a whole bunch of people are going to say, if they know, oh no, there's this guy here. That. But as far as I know, is the first and the only preschool of capoeira. So we're not like a preschool, because I know that there are some preschools that the teachers go over there and teach capoeira.
Yeah.
But no, we are a capoeira school that has a preschool in it.
Wow, that's very smart.
Oh my gosh, man! I thought it was crazy, right? When it started, but it's like, but you have to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because in 2008, when broke everything here, my gosh, man, we just bought an academy, like a huge academy.
Oh,
right?
So you bought a building?
I bought a building, and
wow, that's amazing.
Everything broke, like everything crashed.
Oh,
the whole, like, oh my God, the housing, like.
Oh, that wasn't that time when the housing market went down.
Oh, when it went to hell, right?
Oh man.
So what happened is they're like, oh my gosh, I remember being in the academy. The academy like completely empty. I was just thinking, how the hell I'm gonna just waiting for the after school, right, to drive the bus.
Yeah.
Like in the morning with the academy, it's like, how the hell I'm gonna like pay the mortgage of this place?
Yeah.
Nobody. That was a joke. It was incredible. Like 2008, 2009, 2010. It was really hard years for us. Really hard.
Wow.
Like everybody that sees, like, us, we're like, we have 200 students. Yeah, Messi, you have no idea. Like, what is like,
Yeah, because especially at the end, when I think I said it sometimes here on the podcast that sometimes we only see and see the end result. We don't see the struggle behind the curtain and be like the late nights, and then the stress, and then worry about it. I can't even imagine how stressful that was during the house crashing. That was crazy.
Oh, it was like mine and my wife's like inside joke, right?
Yeah.
We would say like every Friday, who is gonna come and say that they lost a job?
Oh, like, man.
But and for sure every weekend it's like, oh, there wasn't one case, one lady that came and she said, oh, I have to take my kids. She had 2 kids in our program. I have to take my kids out of your program because I lost my job. I can't pay. I'm so upset, and I can find a job and this and that. I said, don't worry about that. You don't have to pay anything. Don't worry about it. Everything, because you think that it's going to come back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when it comes back, you start paying for us. Don't even worry about it. You guys are family and everything.
Yeah.
The next weekend, next Friday, she comes crying again because her husband lost his job. So she lost his job, he lost his job, and it's like, that was crazy. And then with the advent of the preschool, everything slowly, really slowly, like people start hearing about us.
Yeah,
it was always scary. Trying new things is always scary. But I think that's what it. I think that it needs for capoeira. We need people that do something like you are doing. To promote, like Mestre, like we were talking about Mestre. When he did Only the Strong in '92, I don't remember getting more students from anywhere else than from that movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it was insane, man. It's like in the '90s, or even like spilled up a decade, because with 2004, it was like super strong. everybody knew, everybody was traveling everywhere,
Yeah.
making a ton of money and stuff like that. And I believe, in my view, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a some little master from Sarasota.
No.
And it's like I believe that was like a real great part because of that movie, for sure.
Yes. Yes.
So we need like people see successful, people
Yeah.
see like capoeira, because it's hard. It's hard because our martial arts is just so much of an art than a
Yes.
martial thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's hard. Master Cordion used to tell me like, man, we chose a really hard martial arts because there is no other martial art.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
super hard, right?
Yeah.
Because like no other martial arts is gonna ask you to sing songs.
Yeah. To do cartwheels.
Exactly,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
flips, or write songs or play
Yeah.
an instrument.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
100%.
know, and do performances and stuff like that. So it's like it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the same, like probably 80% of the people that I have had on the podcast during this whole time, probably 80% of them started with because Mestre.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a huge impact.
No, yeah, he was a great help, man. I
Yeah.
love that man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Now, you mentioned all the story behind how you build up, pretty much how you got from 4 kids all the way to 120 kids. So but it's a lot of work in between those 4 kids and 120, right? So it's
Yeah.
when do you already have like a curriculum before, or you were building the curriculum or trying to like play around for you to today's day to be like,
Well,
this curriculum actually works?
I believe that curriculum, like in capoeira, it has to be dynamic, right?
Yes.
Because things change,
Yeah.
Sometimes like things work, sometimes things doesn't work, like you
No,
see
everybody
people,
learns the same.
people introducing stuff in capoeira. So yes, but we had everything like a kind of set up the way I would like them to do,
Oh, okay.
and how, like, each chord, what they're supposed to know and stuff like that, and that was great. It was great. But now we're really trying to make it even better.
Oh, cool.
It's so nice because now technology is helping you so much,
100%,
right?
yeah.
Like you're saying, like you could not do something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now you go over there, you grab them, you buy the mic, you buy the things, you set up on Google, you set up on
Yeah. You
Apple,
send the link
whatever.
and you got the
Links,
connection.
it's done, right?
Yeah.
There's so many stuff. It's incredible, like the
It
technology.
is.
So
Yeah.
we need to keep up with that.
100%,
Technology
yes.
will not stop,
Yes.
so might as well use it to help promote and everything. But capoeira is a hard sell.
Yeah.
It's a hard sell.
Yeah.
I'm going around, and people do not have as much students as they used to.
Yeah. Do you think it's kind of like hard to sell because specific region of the country, or at least here in the, because I'm originally from Venezuela, right? And then is two different perspectives. In Venezuela, we're more I don't want to say like open-minded, but on the sense of we more cultural, I guess. Just probably the wrong word to describe it. But here in the US, everything is very logical. So everything has to make sense. And sometimes capoeira makes no sense, right? Because you say, well,
absolutely. I think you're 100% right.
And they usually, well, when you try to explain it, once the person's already in capoeira, okay, they understand. But once you try to explain it to somebody for the very first time, you have to.
That's super hard, isn't it? Look, listen. It's a fight, but it's a dance, right? And you move all the time, but you have to learn the instruments. So it's hard. It's a hard. That's why you're saying that. I think it's. I don't know about the difference between here, but even in Brazil, it's kind of hard
Oh, really? Okay.
because yeah, it is because everybody like has to do something with a purpose, right? You have
Very.
when every time that you do something, you do thinking about a future, right?
Yeah.
What is going to happen afterwards. So what is the best way to sell capoeira as to keep you in shape,
Yeah.
to make it shape, or to learn the music, or just the fight,
Yeah.
because you can't really box it anywhere.
100.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
even if you try to box it, then the other masses are gonna come and like, oh, you see,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
is wearing capoeira down and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's really kind of complicated, you
Yeah.
know. So it's hard. It's hard. I think that the best part is to understand how capoeira can help your life, like all around,
Okay.
all around. And that's why I keep going to the academy. I keep doing what I do, and I
Yeah.
will not stop because I know the changes that I made in my life. You know, I know that it's super hard. Sometimes you have politics in capoeira
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that it's like people like
Crushing
face each other
ideas.
for
Yeah.
absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes they somebody is in the town and some other capoeirista go to the town and then becomes a big deal, and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, which is which is a wrong way of even thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
Because I believe in build buildings,
Yeah.
and people come, they wanted to put the buildings down. It's like that doesn't make sense to me, right? It's because the more if I had capoeiristas here, like a Mestre, Zé com Fome,
Yeah.
recently moved to our town. I went like, all right, man, you have like somebody like with um, um, his thing in capoeira, his expertise in capoeira.
Yeah.
Here, just join us. Why can't I celebrate? He's just going,
Yes.
he's coming here. He's taking
With
students from,
pride and yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
wrong way to do it.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it happening like both ways. I've seen people like going like to like a Boston, for instance, or close to Boston, and they all get together, different groups, and
So nice. So nice.
it just add up everything. Like Messi,
Yeah.
Marcos Coreba from Mombranca and Zé com Fome, they were together. They were like
Nice.
teaching like 100 meters from each other.
So nice. That's so
And
nice.
they both they both grew. They were
Yeah.
always doing presentations together, one helping each other. It's like, come on, you
Yeah.
know. And they're tough capoeiristas.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to when they play capoeira, they really go
Yeah.
at it and stuff like that. It's not like they're forgetting about the martial art aspect for capoeira,
Yeah.
but the part about being together and after you have a hard game, go shake hands and give a hug. It's super important, man.
Yeah. Totally. Because the way, for example, the way, and I mentioned this again on the podcast, the way I grew up in my capoeira community for the last, from 2001 when I started all the way to 2012, 2013 when I moved here to the US, we always got together. And I remember I mentioned multiple times the story of, I had a friend. So in Venezuela, there used to be two groups: Raízes do Brasil, where I started, and the Sensala, the two biggest group in Venezuela and on that time. And then one of my friends that was in Raízes do Brasil, he switched to Sensala. And then used to be like that competition between teachers, like you said. You'd be like, oh, I'm teacher. It used to be that ego in between. And then we broke the bridge. And then teachers on both sides were asking, like, why are you guys hanging out together? You, Sensala and you, Raízes, we're friends. So what, man? This doesn't matter. I don't care. We're friends.
I know it's becoming like this type of conversation is becoming like a cliche. Every master says that. Oh, we need to get together. We need to get together.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like there's some people that just don't get along. It's hard. But I don't think like capoeira should suffer because of that.
Yes, 100%.
You can see like that's why like sometimes I even think like that we should have like, straight up competitions, because it's weird because I do jiu-jitsu as well, right?
Okay.
With Mestre com Fome. And it is different.
Yeah.
They have this respect. Sometimes they don't like other people, right? Sometimes they don't like other group or whatever, like a team that they call team.
Okay.
But they respect each other. You know why? Because in the end of the things, they go to a competition. Okay, you think you're better than me? Show me in the mat, on the mat. And then there's rules. There's nobody's going to punch each other. Nobody's going to pull a gun at you.
Yeah.
Nobody, what I mean? And that sometimes, unfortunately, happens like in Brazil, not so much here in the US, but people just going at it and just doing whatever it takes, like to show the guys like, yeah, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
And then like it's hard because I had batizados that people came here and they start brawling in the batizado, and they go through the chairs with parents and stuff.
No.
Parents have to move out of the way. They go like chairs being like thrown all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the parents, it's so embarrassing because the parents come to you afterwards. The people there are actually your bosses, right? They're your bosses.
Yep. Now they're paying the bill.
keep pretending that I don't have a boss. No, every single student is my boss, right? If I don't do something well, they're gonna go away, right?
Yeah.
If I don't work well, they're gonna fire me.
Yeah.
When they fire, they leave and I stay.
Yeah.
And, so the parents, they come to me afterwards and says like, "Man, I used to respect you a lot. After that, it's like, and then what am I gonna say?
Yeah.
What am I gonna say?
That's so
like,
sad.
Yeah, I guess I don't deserve your respect for sure."
No. Yeah.
Those people here, and then it's like it's hard because you were young and you're trying to learn what is really, because I don't take it away. Like everybody that trained with me, they know that I always see capoeira as a martial art.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to defend yourself.
100%. Yep.
For whatever, even like for people that are not capoeiristas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you have to protect yourself against a punch because you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Keep your eyes open all the time.
I always learned that, but I really think that the respect, it's super, super important.
So
like 100%. Having a hard game is like awesome. Some people just do stuff that is like, it doesn't even make sense.
A little bit too far.
Yeah, I know. It happens. It's capoeira.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like too much of a it's good no matter what. I've never been like something like that.
Yeah. It creates that confrontation and it gets. There's no point at the end of the day.
How how are the groups in Venezuela right now? You said there was Senzala and Raízes.
Yeah. Right now it's a little hard because the country situation and a bunch of people left. So all the group have been getting very, very small because people just leave the country. And it is very sad because
politics get that
so sad. Yeah. And then we have a Capoeira Brazil when we used to be Capoeira Brazil in Venezuela because everybody left. All my friends from my group, everybody left the country because there's no more.
Did you come to the US because of this situation?
Yes and no. I came here in the US because of my wife.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. My wife is American and I met her and her parents gave me the opportunity to come here and then here I am. So and then from there, of course, I have to bring capoeira with me and the rest is part of the story.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you're doing great stuff, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And what do you think are like key components for you to build a good system for you to have that amount of kids? Like, do you need assistance? When do you know is a good time to bring somebody on board for you to help you? Because Every person is going
Yeah,
to have a limit of kids.
we have a bunch of people that help us. There's no way to do something like that, with like over 200 students with like just by yourself. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And there's some people like they call me. They call me like monthly, right? Not during the pandemic, right? But before they were calling every month. They would call me, Mestre, how do you do it? How do
yeah,
and stuff like that. So it's hard because it's super hard. It's super
yeah,
hard. There are like years and years that you have to clean the academy. You have to, unclog the toilet and it's like, deal with stuff that is like
yeah.
it's crazy. So when it gets big, you learn how to delegate more. So
Yes.
basically, what I try to do is to get really close contact with the people that work with us. We have like 18 people
Wow, that's
working with us.
awesome.
It's crazy, isn't it? I think it's about like 12 or 13. I don't know. I should have counted before, but I think it's like 12 or 13 full time. So there are right now 12 or 13 full time people working just because of capoeira.
That's
And
amazing. That's amazing.
this is something that I'm really proud of because
Yes.
having students, it's like, you can have like 200 students and tomorrow you can have 20, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but being able to help people
Yeah.
and make people do because, I don't feel like it's working for me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no one day that I go to the academy and go, oh, I have to go to the academy again. It doesn't happen. It's
Yeah.
always a
Yeah. Yeah.
so this, achieve your goals and not being fulfilled. That is like the saddest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Because this is the purpose
you
behind
can
the goal.
achieve whatever, but if you're not happy with what is happening,
Yeah.
what's the point? And
100%.
we're at a really good phase in our lives and everything. It's like the things don't affect me as much as used to.
Yeah.
Problems stuff. It's the perks of getting old. I'm old, dude.
Oh, old. You
Old
look
and
good. You look
old,
good.
man.
You look good to be old. No, old. Well, 45.
I'm 55.
Oh wow, really? See, no, you look.
Yeah, you see,
Look
I'm
good to
old.
be 55.
You see, I
No,
told you.
no, no. You look good to be 55. No, you're good. You're good.
No, it's great. It's fun. It just have fun, and
Yeah, for sure.
just try to get better every time, man. And like
100%.
wake
Yeah.
up in the morning, and nothing is like I am it. I am
Yeah.
the man. Other things are well. What can I work today? What can I get better? What can I
Yes.
improve?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool because you have this idea and this culture, it spreads throughout the academy,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So everybody feels like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, it started with
like
you.
I see students of mine repeating like the stuff that I said. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, that's so cool. Or like the teachers, the preschool teachers and the after school teachers, they're amazing, like texting each other on the WhatsApp group,
That's
they're
so cool.
texting each other and say, hey, tomorrow we can do this, like at 11 o'clock at night. It's like, whoa, that's
That's so
kind of,
cool.
that feels good. That
Yeah.
feels good because I know it's not a work for them, it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, after 6 o'clock, please don't ever call me or anything like that. And no,
Yeah.
they're always like improving
That's
and
awesome.
stuff. And that's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
And, and that's it, man. I just want to like more people to do capoeira. What do
Same.
you think? What do you think? What do you think that attracted you to capoeira? That made you like, okay, no, I want to do this.
It was definitely people to be around people because is I'm a people's person. So it's
Yeah,
for me to be around people in translating that to teaching, it makes me feel really good to see the people accomplishing something. So even if
yeah,
it's just something so simple as a cartwheel, right? I know. So it feels good to see somebody accomplishing something that they thought you wouldn't be able to do before
yeah,
for teaching. But why stick makes me always come back to capoeira is people for sure.
yeah. I totally agree with you. I think that the community that you have, like in capoeira, it's pretty phenomenal. So I felt it. I felt it from your students.
Oh, thank you.
How
Thank you. I appreciate
close
it.
they were together, how friends they were always trying like to help each other,
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
stuff.
that.
I could see that. We
Yeah.
try to do that like here, like all the time. And when it works, it's magical because you have a
Yes.
like a friend for life, right?
Yeah. 100%.
You have
Yeah.
like you have a best friend for life.
100%. Yes.
It's kind of hard sometimes because when the time goes by, people don't want to train because they don't have the same friends that they had. So it's like, oh
Yeah.
man, you're not gonna
Yeah.
go because of that. So they go over there. They you have to build up the whole thing again. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's. But you're right. You're right about. I agree with you with that.
Thank you.
The community is super important. I
Yeah.
think that
100%.
yeah.
So how the pandemic affected your classes? How do you see any like people cutting down at the beginning of the pandemic or like halfway of the pandemic?
Well, it's being like we're being like really blessed, and sometimes there's always those cases that people that got like really weird when the pandemic started,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it got to a point that we can't even like be together anymore because of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this is the sad part. But for us, like the business wise, which is not much, who cares about like the like you said, people is way more important than
100%.
having something or things. But we were really lucky. We're really lucky because we start catering the first responders.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, doctors and stuff like that. So we were allowed to be open. So basically, we
That's
stopped
amazing.
one academy, we closed for a long time.
Okay.
But two of the academies stayed completely open and completely full for months and months and months.
Because of that, because you guys were helping first
Yeah,
responders.
because we're like,
That's amazing.
we're open. Like we closed like the three academies, we closed for 2 weeks. That was it. Then one we maintained closed just to save like the people because people
Yeah.
are afraid of working and stuff like that. So we split that academy into the students and stuff to whatchamacallit, to the other two schools.
Okay.
So we were full in those two schools and
That's
we're
amazing.
fine.
Yeah.
Like we were spending much less money. We're making like getting some money from the government from stuff like, so we never really stopped, man. We
That's
never really
amazing.
stopped.
That's
That
amazing.
was weird things.
Yeah.
And like our place, like it's the preschools.
Yeah.
Preschool was really kind of like a game changer for us. Really game changer, because before we had this mentality of every other Mestre, right? Oh, you
Yeah.
have an academy, you get a berimbau, people come, you teach capoeira, it goes on like that,
Yeah.
right? We change a little bit. But then with the preschool, the state has a lot of like their hands on our business, right? Which is in the beginning, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, come on, man. Really? You're not going to tell me what to do? I'm working here for so long. But that was the greatest thing that ever happened because now we are a licensed child care, right?
That's amazing.
We're a licensed after school, right?
Yeah.
It is like it's totally like because it's good, and then the state comes from time to time to check us out, and they can write us out if we're doing something wrong.
Okay.
And really like so it make us be on our toes,
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
which is really cool, and
Yeah.
everybody noticed that. So it basically it became like from okay, nobody knows about you, nobody knows about you, nobody knows about you, nobody knows about you. All of a sudden you go like through something like
The
that.
little bumps. Yeah.
Everybody knows about you. So you
Yeah.
have this people begging, trying to bribe you to get your kid out of school. It's like it's great, right?
Yeah.
But if I told you that I had like a specific plan. No, I'm going to do that because this is going to work. It wasn't like that.
Oh,
It
okay.
was all, okay, how can I improve? How can I get
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
Not better than somebody else,
Yeah.
better than myself,
What
right?
could work for you? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what makes me like think outside the box because I love that. I
Yeah.
love people. You have to remember, like people have to remember, people are listening to that here, that capoeira it is today what it is because of people that thought outside the box.
Oh yes. Yes. You nailed
Like
it.
100%, like Messi Bimba, he thought of like outside the box. Nobody had a capoeira Messi Bimba than when Messi Bimba was around,
I
right?
totally agree
It's
with that.
Pastinha, the same thing,
Yeah.
you know. And then when it comes like those groups, Senzala, which I think it made a revolution in capoeira in Brazil,
Yes.
they were completely thinking about outside the box. Nobody had what they had, you
Yeah.
know, organization, everybody like spotless white with
Yeah.
the core by like, you know, by your things like perfect, you know, everything was like, you know, the classes started like perfect timing,
Yeah.
perfect timing. Nobody saw that before. And those guys were game changers for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
You know? And then like you know, countless people that really kind of like made capoeira be what it is today. It's people that says no. We have to do it better. We have
Yeah.
like to. There's a way to do better,
Yeah.
and that's my life for sure. You know, I always trying to do a little better and stuff. Sometimes, you know, nobody's perfect. It's
Yeah.
hard,
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
but I try. I try to wake up in the morning, pump myself up. It's okay. What
Gotta
can
keep
we do
moving.
today? Better than yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's awesome. I never heard about, like you said at the beginning, I never heard about anyone saying that they have a preschool for capoeira. And then do you have I mean, if you are founded by the state, you probably have like a curriculum for class, right? Or like,
Yes,
and then you apply
in
capoeira in there too.
yeah, what you call it, in preschool, you have something here in Florida. You have something when the kid's 4 years old. That's called a VPK. Is
Okay.
voluntary pre-K, right?
Okay.
Preschool. And what happens is that they pay for the parents to come to our academy.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's really cool. It's a fun and it's really nice. And they're on top of us, man. Oh my gosh, they come like all the time to see if everything's clean,
Yeah.
if all the outlets are plugged, you know, all the there's
The
nothing
kids are known.
dangerous for the kids, which is really important. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind
totally.
of
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Before I would tell the truth, you know, as a true Brazilian, when they start like get on top of us, like now you have to do like this, I was like, come on, man. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a capoeirista, damn it. and but then now I really like it. And when they
Yeah.
come and they say that we're doing something wrong, immediately we fix it or try to
So you
make
can,
it better.
yeah. So you can
Like
keep your doors open, right?
exactly, you know,
Okay.
but even more than that, you know, I want to really that the parents feel that we care.
Yes.
That's
That's a
the
good one.
only thing that is going to really keep the students in, you know, and that's for all the programs because we
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the preschool, we have the after school, we have the couple kids like regular kids that they
Yeah.
come just for classes, and we have the adult program,
That's
right?
amazing. Yeah.
That's the reason that we have like 7 batizados,
Wow.
because if you multiply that by 3, right? So it's going to be 6 preschool programs, 6 after, or no, I'm sorry, 3 preschool programs, 3 after school programs, and 1 adult program that we put it all together.
Wow.
Right?
That's a lot of
Yeah,
people.
so it's an operation, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to. The person who really makes the things really work is my wife. She's really on top of it. She's amazing. She's Mestre Sherry,
That's awesome.
and Mestre of Capoeira as well. And she's fantastic.
Gotta have
And
her
then
on
I
the
have
podcast too.
say it again.
Gotta have her on the podcast too to hear some of the behind the scenes. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for getting this far. Remember, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. this is going to help us and help me to get bigger numbers and bigger subscribers so we can give more information. Okay, please, if you're listening, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, please give me a subscribe, give me a like. Okay, I know you're watching right here or listening. All right, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening every single episode, especially the episode we just did. All right, thank you so much. Peace.